astronauts celebrate New Year's? And how do you balance family life and your own fitness goals? Because at the end of the day, we don't really want to be living up to the stereotypical dad bod that everyone has nowadays. I became a dad just over 5 months ago now, and when the baby was born was slap bang halfway through the most aggressive diet I've ever done in my life, because I was trying to get a six-pack for the first time in my life and do my first ever photo shoot. Now, I did learn a lot from this because it was probably one of the most stressful times of my life. Dealing with a newborn baby and dieting is fucking hard. So in this video, I'm going to give you some insights on how I managed to balance my family life and my own personal fitness goals. Now let's get to it. So this is what I'm having for lunch. Cabbage, potatoes, mince. So when it comes to nutrition and the way I like to diet is I chuck a load of meat on a plate, I chuck as many vegetables I can fit on a plate, and a little bit of carbs. And trying to balance your nutrition around your family can be difficult, especially depending on how many kids you have, how picky your kids are, and how picky your missus is, like mine. But because Delilah is only, how old is she now? 5 months? Nearly 6 months. She's nearly 6 months old, so she's kind of getting onto solid food now. She is like, I would feed her a bit of cabbage if she was awake, but she's sleeping right now. But she's mainly on bottles and stuff. But when she's a couple years old and we have to cook the same dinners that we'll have, we're basically going to raise her not to be picky. And I know every parent says that, don't they? Every parent says that, but she isn't going to be picky, otherwise she isn't eating. It's as simple as that. But the biggest thing for yourself, if you eat different foods compared to what your family do, is you just have to meal prep. Like this meal here, I would half it, put it in a tub, put it in a freezer, and then I can heat up whenever I want. Meal prep is the biggest thing, especially when you're dieting. So now I've got a full tummy, I'm going to go to the gym and get a pull session in. I'll see you there. Please enjoy some sexy B-roll of me training pull while I tell you how I go about my fitness. So the way it works, I'm currently on a push-pull leg split, and then I also train 1 to 2 times a week at home with the missus because she wants to train but she can't go to the gym because she's always looking after the baby. And yes, I have offered for me to look after the baby and her to go to the gym, but she doesn't really want to go on her own, and I don't blame her. There's a lot of creepy men at the gym. So I like to keep my sessions short, under an hour 100%, preferably 45 minutes. But to make these sessions short and effective, I am training the heavy compound lifts most of the time. As you'll see at the end of this workout, I do some bicep curls and stuff like that, just so I don't actually wither away. But if you are trying to get in and out of gym as quick as possible, the best things you can do is focus on compound lifts like bench press, lat pull down, pull-ups, push-ups, heavy squats, back squats, stuff like that. My goals are currently to build muscle and repair my knee. So I tore my ACL in my knee when I was a kid, and the main thing for me now is just to try and get it back to an ability where I can go for runs, play football and stuff like that. And then the other goal of mine is to just build as much muscle as possible so I don't look like a skinny twig, but also not get really fat. And that's basically how I go about my fitness at the moment. I just punched her in the head. I've just punched a baby in the head. Right. Let's get you fed. So when it comes to the family life portion of my life, it is probably the thing that I struggle with the most, because before the baby I was focusing on fitness and the business. But now there's a little human that's slowly turning into the devil as she grows teeth. Things have become a lot more difficult, especially when you don't want to miss them hitting certain milestones, like growing her first teeth or saying dad before mum, which she's definitely going to do. So one thing I do to try and be present while she's growing up is just to not go on my phone after I finished work. Like, some days I still have to do work past my allotted time, but most times I am trying not to work after I finish, so I can spend time with you, even though she doesn't appreciate it. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. Can you say, Lily, can you say dad? And then I'll give you some. Can you say dad? Can you say dad? Ah, give me the food. Hey! She took the food. At the end of the day, the family part of what I do is the most important. It doesn't matter whether I have the business or whether I have six-pack. As long as I have the family, then that's okay. Ebs is there and she's like cringing inside right now.
No, I'm not.
No? I am.
I'm just eating my chomp.
Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Dad, 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 dad. Oh, she's got the spoon again. Every time I look away, I come back and she's got the spoon in her hand. The way mine, Ebs and Delilah's days are structured at the moment, so I'm always up first at around 6 a.m. And on Monday, Wednesday and Fridays, I'll go to the gym straight away. It fucking sucks. Like I said, I'm not a morning person, but it needs to be done. And then I'll come home and work from about 7:30, 8ish to about 4. Whilst Eb's looking after the baby all day, because luckily we're in a fortunate position where I can work from home most days because of my online coaching, and Eb can look after the baby and she doesn't need to go to work yet. Hopefully never. And then after 4, after I have finished my working day, I'll walk the dog. Sometimes with Delilah, sometimes with Ella. Depends how much she stresses out mummy during the day. And then basically spend the evening with the family. So right now, I typically feed Delilah most days if I can, which is around 6:30, and then give her a bottle and then put her to bed. But me and Eb kind of alternate. Eb does most of the chores, and while she's doing the chores, I will look after Delilah and spend time with her. Delilah had her last bottle. Delilah had her last bottle tonight at 6:30. It's now 7:50. She's eating her sweet potato. We started weaning her at 4 months. She's now nearly 6, and she eats absolutely everything except kale. And she don't really like broccoli either. But then after she's fed, she'll get put to bed, and then me and Eb will do something in the evening so I can spend time with Eb as well, so she don't break up with me because all I do is work. That would typically be watch YouTube, play Fortnite, or watch a film, rarely. It's rarely watch a film though, because they're a bit too long. And then we'll head to bed around, probably get in bed around 9:15, 9:30, latest, and then asleep by 10 is what we like to do. And then do it all over. Ready? Ready? Yeah, give. Delilah is about to go to bed. We are having 20 minutes of playtime before she does, unless she gets whingy, where she will go to bed earlier than that. And this video has basically been about how I balance fitness and family as a 21-year-old dad. Now, if you want to see more content like this, then make sure you subscribe. Oh, you're getting heavy. She's so heavy.
You say like the video.
Like the video. Right, you stay there. Don't fall back for about 2 seconds.
Why would you risk it?